Hi guys, I'm Katie and I'm here with Chad Duesterhaus today, and we're going to talk about tailgating. So it is football season and that means tailgating season, and Chad here is just going to share a little bit some tips and tricks for us to help you have the best experience. So Chad, what makes you the tailgating expert?
I've been around a lot of the good people that have done this. I've coached football for years. I worked college games, been to many pro games. A lot of experience, not always on the grill, but usually around the grill. And now I do radio, so it's very important to get there early, travel around the state, try a lot of burgers, brats, sandwiches at every place we go. So it's just part of the job.
Absolutely. With your years of tailgating, what has been your most favorite tailgating memory?
Probably the first Chiefs game I went to back in the 90s. We went to a Monday night game versus the Steelers. Left Quincy at like 10 a.m., got there around noon, lined up, and this is before the big hype of grilling and barbecuing. We're there going in the stadium, have like a grill and that kind of stuff with us, but there are trailers with smokers. And like I said, this is 95, 96-ish, and just stuff you've never seen before. Now I think it's common practice, but back then, and just the atmosphere, the excitement, everyone sharing, being there, you know, 5-6 hours before kickoff, just the whole atmosphere.
Yeah, awesome. So some people might come for the games, or some people come to for the food. So what are your go-to food and drinks for tailgating?
Probably start with the food. Number one thing, I'm a big pork guy, love ribs, love pork loin, you know, all that kind of stuff. When I was coaching at QND, obviously, you know, we're there early, set up, doing everything. Started taking a pork loin, seasoning it the night before, wrapping it up, taking it over, and literally the guys would throw it on about 5 o'clock. So by the time the game gets over with at 9 or 10, we're slicing it, it's ready. Coaches, again, we'd have pregame sandwiches, say 3:30. So by the time it gets to be 10 o'clock at night, before COVID, everything's still shutting down. Go over, get a tray, bring it back as we're finishing up the paperwork and everything for the night. It just was amazing. So that's kind of one of the things that got me into it. Like I said, the parents did all the cooking. I just prepared it, and it was always a hit.
Awesome. When it comes to tailgating, it can get kind of expensive. So what are your tips for tailgating on a budget?
We talked about this before. The big thing right now, I think, is looking for sales of meat, whether it's hot dogs, burgers, pork loins, ribs, briskets, beef, whatever you're going to cook, you really have to look around and shop and find the deals. Even on your seasonings, your smoker, your pellets, all that stuff, if you actively shop, you're going to find the deals out there. And it never hurts, you know, you can put that in the fridge or the freezer for a week, 2 weeks, a month, and it's not going to go bad. So just keeping the stuff fresh, using it, and if you look out, that you can always find deals.
Great. So tailgating etiquette, what exactly is that?
The one thing, and I got a lot of experience at the high school level for this. If you go to a QND game, you notice in the northwest corner across the street, there's a great big deck, there's a house. For years, I was a football parent. All the sports use it. I don't know who owns it, but for years, Notre Dame would play Breeze Mater Dei. Great rivalry, a lot of incredible memories of the games, but they were always welcome there. The one thing I say is no matter what, I'm a Bears fan. If you're a Packer fan and we're tailgating before either place, be friendly. You know, there's a fine line between joking and kidding and yelling and screaming in front of kids. You know, whether you're at a high school, college, NFL, you know, be respectful, but be friendly. You know, the tailgating, grilling, drinking, you know, it's all about friendship, camaraderie, and just everyone having a good time cheering on their team.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we're going to talk about the essential items that you might need for a tailgating. So what would you recommend?
This goes back to my coaching days. You can never have enough garbage bags, napkins, utensils, paper plates, all the stuff to eat with. Then again, you know, so you need your dining supplies. I think you can never, you can never forget that stuff. On the other side, you always got to have enough sauce. You got to have enough seasoning. You need a couple spatulas, a couple extra pans. It's kind of the Boy Scouts motto is be prepared, but it doesn't hurt to have, 2 sets of oven mitts, 2 prongs, 2, extra cookie sheet, extra pan, because you never know when an accident is going to happen, or, you show up with stuff for us to grill and I just have 1 pan to put it all in. Well, we may not have enough. So, I mean, you can never have enough of the stuff you don't think of. Everyone's going to remember ice, water, the meats, buns, the condiments. There's always the little things that, you got all this food, you got all these water bottles. You better make sure you have plenty of trash cans or trash bags to put it in. So always everything that you may not think of, paper plates, paper towels, napkins, forks, knives, all that stuff, you could never have enough.
Good. All right, so food is a big thing at tailgates. So Chad is going to share with us some of his favorite recipes that he has brought to game day.
The big thing I've done over the years, and whether it's for a family meal, tailgating, for the coaches post game, is I take a pork loin, full pork loin, trim up, not all the fat because you need some of the fat for flavor, but then I'll take it, I'll slice it down the middle, and I just season the crap out of it. Wrap it up in styrofoam, let it sit in the fridge. The more and longer you can set it in the fridge, the more of the seasoning is going to go through the meat and really get the flavor. Whether it's ribs, pork, brisket, anything that you're going to smoke over a long time. I've always found the longer you can kind of season it or marinate it if that's what you like. But you get it in that fridge, cooler, whatever, get 8, 12, 24 hours. It just really gets the flavor you're going for through the meat.
If you're someone like me who hasn't been to many tailgates, you might not know exactly what all they entail. So Chad is going to share with us some tips and tricks for a beginner tailgater.
First thing is be friendly, be gracious. The one thing I find, whether it's tailgating, any type of get-together, if you're bringing a cooler, bring what you choose to drink. If you know who you're going with, what they like to drink, whether it's soda, beer, hard liquor, water, always bring what your friends normally be, because obviously you're not going to be going just randomly. So find out what they like and bring it. It never hurts to ask, hey, what would you like me to bring? Dessert. Do you want me to bring some meats? Do you want me to bring buns, chips, whatever? The big thing is bring something, just not yourself. Because even if they don't want you to bring anything, the fact you stopped and got cookies or brownies or cupcakes or whatever shows that you're appreciative. If it's people that, again, goes back to one of my earlier things, if you're a Chiefs fan and you're going with Steeler fans, be respectful. It's fun to joke around and have a good time, but at the end of the day, you don't want hard feelings. You don't want to make, especially in front of kids. Kids are going to be there. Always try to stay positive, pleasant, just be nice. And then have fun. At the end of the day, it's all about getting together, having fun, having a good time, and creating memories.